Morning.
Oh my goodness. All right. Welcome to the FunnelFlow Mastermind. On our expert panel, we have Father Time, Neil Ray. We have, oh my goodness, Chuck, member one, Hoskavec, and a host on our expert panel. Oh, YouTube was echoing me. Anyway, good morning, guys. Good to see you. Some exciting things in store. Want to make sure everyone's energy is up because everyone's like showing up late today. So get stretched out a little bit, get some arm pumps in there, do some jazzercise arm, boom. Oh, yeah. Woo. Boom. Okay.
I like that, Scott. It's good.
So a few exciting announcements coming up. So we are reenacting our weekly workshop calls. So previously we were holding kind of like a workshop, or I call it the FunnelFlow check-in call. We're going to take it up a notch because we want to crush it here in 2022. We still got time. Okay. I don't care what COVID mutation is going to throw at us. We're not even going to pay attention to that. Right. So we previously had the FunnelFlow check-in call, which was kind of like more of a workshop time to kind of work through where we're at in building out our marketing stuff. Well, we're going to take it up a notch. And so every Wednesday morning Pacific time. So we're going to have funnel church from 6:30 to 7:30. And then we're going to take an hour off. And then from 8:30 to 10, we're going to actually build out the stuff. So the first hour is strategy, it's inspiration, it's expert interviews. It's just like getting the wheels turning. And then from 8:30 to 10-ish, okay. And it's not required, but it's a time, it's going to be a Zoom meeting. So it's a little more informal. We're going to actually be just building out stuff. So it's not going to just be me talking or an interview. It's like, okay, where are we at and who's stuck? Let's build out stuff live. Okay. And that's really how I've been helping my retainer clients. Let's just get on a call and let's just build the stuff right now. Okay, let's quit talking about it. Let's just do it. And because a lot of this stuff, I've compiled so many tools and resources and templates. A lot of it's just putting it together, right? It's like baking a cake. I've read before that the best, you don't write copy, you assemble it, right? So when you're writing sales messages, you're just kind of assembling what's already there. So that's really what we're going to be doing. So that is for paid members of the group only. So this Wednesday morning call, it's free forever. If you're a paid member, which most everyone right now here is, that's kind of the value upsell. So you can learn and grow all you want in this morning call, but if you want to actually build it out together and get the help of the group and myself included, then that's when we're going to be doing it. So
I like it a lot.
All right. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be exciting because I really want, and we're going to be like building sales funnels. We're going to be building your ads. We're going to be writing your webinars. Like we're going to be doing it all. We're just going to get it going. Okay.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more.
There's always more.
So if you
Tell
are
them what they'll get.
OTO.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
There's always an upsell, but for now, it's $100 a month. So let's just keep it.
I mean, honestly, listen, this is, I think, super important because implementation is like, we've heard it said before, like, oh, knowledge is power. Well, we know that's garbage. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. And this is exactly it. We're applying this knowledge that we're getting. And if we're not, forget it. I mean, this is, I think, so valuable. I mean, if Caleb doesn't raise prices, I don't know. I will.
Well, hey, Nitish.
I just say
welcome.
That?
Hey, buddy. All right. So keep an eye on your inbox. You will get an invitation to the Zoom meeting. All right. So all paid members will receive an invitation. If you're not a paid member, go to funnelflow.io, pick Mastermind, click subscribe, all that. give me your credit card, your firstborn's name, if you don't have kids, your dog's name, right? All that stuff. And it's $100 a month. And that's it, right? Let's just, I mean, I digress. All right. Today, we are continuing in Q1's kind of arc, like this training arc we're on about lead magnets, right? So I'm going to break into kind of where we're at in the strategy and what we're talking about today, where it fits in that. So I have a cool little tool called Lucid Chart.
Love it. Love that.
All right.
What's up, Nitish?
Hey Andres, hey you all.
Hello, Nitish.
Showtime, my other Indian friend, he regrets that he cannot be here this morning because there's some internet issue. So is internet spotty in India, Nitish?
Not at here. Actually, he is in like beach side, like ocean side, and we are in the center of India, so we haven't any issue.
It's just like no problem.
No problem.
I have
I don't know
problems
about
with internet sometimes. I mean,
I'm always in internet, full
Yeah.
internet.
I don't know about that guy, but okay. So let me break into the framework real quick. So minimum viable marketing flywheel, right? The whole framework that makes simple marketing possible. I need to like colorize this a little bit. Maybe someone can help me with that. So it looks, okay, I'll zoom in a little bit. All right. So if you remember, it kind of looks, you've seen this before. You understand your dream client. You're going to publish them, how you're going to publish, how they're going to hear your message. This could be organic. This could be paid. This could be direct engagement. You know, you're meeting them at a conference and they're telling them what you do, or a live event, and then you're going to turn that opportunity into an opportunity to capture their info. All right, so this is where the lead magnet, the low ticket offer, or like a webinar would come in. We're going to capture their information, and now we need to nurture them. Okay, how are we going to get them to take the next steps? All right, so a lead magnet is worthless. It is absolutely worthless unless we have a nurture sequence or at least a plan. What are we going to do with that lead? All right. How many times have we had a sales opportunity and we just didn't follow up on it and it went away? Okay. So I had a sales call in December, right, with a potentially high value client. And it was right before Christmas. So it was like one of those, hey, we'll follow up like first of the year. I got busy. I didn't follow up. And I reached out 2 days ago and he's like, oh, we found another marketing agency. And I'm like, okay, best of luck, and it was totally on me. Right. I don't know if I would have closed the deal. I don't know if it would have been a good fit. I think I kind of delayed because I was trying to figure out exactly the best pitch for him. But bottom line, I did nurture and it went away. Okay. So he was a lead. He was an opportunity in hand. They had a budget, but I didn't nurture it. Okay. So really capturing clients, prospects info as a lead is worthless unless you nurture it. So, and then with nurture, I need to like draw an arrow down here. The idea of the nurture sequence is to get them to take action on something, right? It's to get them to engage and go to the next level. And I call this idea the painkiller offer. So they're generally opting in to learn something specific. They're struggling with something, right? It's either to learn or to well, there's a lot of reasons people opt in. They're curious, right? But there's something that they need fixed soon. Okay. Now, if you can the analogy I like to think of in this regard, it's okay. I'm a nurse. All right. So I think a lot in medical analogies. If someone fractures their leg, okay, a lot of times you can't go directly to surgery, right? Hi, good morning. Yeah, you got to say hi to everyone first. Come here. Come on. It's okay. Say hello. This
Hi,
is
good
Maddie.
morning.
Say hi. She likes Pink Floyd.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
Hey,
All right.
Oh, it's just a shirt I got in my drawer.
Yeah, I like it. All right. You can watch the show. Love you. All right. Oh,
Morning.
that's nice. Okay.
Morning.
Thank you so much.
That's cute. What a dad.
All right.
love it.
I'm the best dad ever. Okay. Andreas,
You got it, baby.
putting you on
Take it away.
notice.
Take it away. Take it away, baby. Take it away.
Okay, back to my medical analogy. You fracture your leg. There's a lot of times there's not, you can't go straight to surgery and repair it. All right. There's too much swelling. All right. You just got to let the thing cool off for a while. Or you have gallstones. Scott had some gallstones, right? Ton of
Ouch.
pain, but you can't go straight to surgery and just tear out the gallbladder. Right. So what do you need? You need a painkiller to address the immediate symptom, that immediate result. And then you can offer your core service. Okay. So does that make sense? So like you go to the ER, you get a painkiller, it cools off the situation, you get some pain meds, you get crutches, you limp home, and then they say the orthopedic surgeon will call you in a few days. Right. So you make an offer based on your framework tailored towards your ideal client avatar, creates an immediate result. For example, 90 days and your life will never be the same. Well, even that's kind of like a longer term thing. It's like something that's almost immediate, right? Less than 7 days, they're going to start to see an increase in something they want or a decrease in something they don't. Okay. Scott, do you have in relationship coaching? Can you kind of give an example of like a painkiller offer that you would give before you would go into before you would try and sell them your core offer, which would be like, membership and Awaken Life Academy?
Well, maybe the one that has the most traction is just getting them communicating, getting them a quick foundational tools for communication. So I have a training that I give them. It's usually free. And then from there, that doesn't usually fix the systemic problems, but get some, at least a foundation to start talking. That's been my kind of go-to thing for a while, but lately I've been talking about a 1 week fix. Like I'm selling a 90-day program, but here's the fast action. Just get this touch and talk tracks going. And so it's very simple, but it's very effective as far as just getting them feeling a little better about their relationship and what's going on.
Yeah. So a lot of times what we do takes time to build out, right? Like for instance, me, it takes about 3 months to build out your full end-to-end marketing system, but I can get you a lead magnet in about less than a week. Okay. So lead magnet, you start to see leads and like, it's kind of exciting and like, ooh, this is great. I'm willing to invest in the bigger thing, right? Chuck, takes a while to increase the organic traffic with SEO, right? And you have to like keep encouraging them, keep paying me. The results are coming, but you could optimize their Google My Business in like an afternoon, right? And they can start to see more leads, right? So there's Andreas. Yeah, I'm just riffing here, okay? Want to say hello to Trevor O'Hare in the audience and Mika. Trevor is a talented voiceover actor and also a voiceover coach. And we're working on some collaboration to help bring lead magnets to his audience. He has a Facebook group of voiceover actors. And we're going to kind of working on like a little joint venture to take his industry specific training with my marketing training to help empower aspiring and growing voiceover awesome. Actors. So, and he says, thanks for the shout out. All right, we'll have to bring you on as a panelist in the near future. All right. And we got a cool thing going. I'm going to be making some funnels for him, and he's going to be making some stingers and intros and outros for my podcast. So really exciting. Nitish is excited to hear that because he's going to be doing the production. So anyway, this is the concept. All right. So the follow-up sequence is not, I don't really think, this is my theory. I've seen it in the marketplace. The follow-up sequence, you're not trying to sell them necessarily your big full meal deal. You know, you're trying to get them on the huge retainer, right? Or to join your membership. Like, you're just trying to get them to the next step, right? You're trying to relieve a little bit of pain, or just get them a little more committed, get them more warmed up before you start going for the high ticket, more involved sale. Does that make sense? Can I get an amen to that? All right. So,
Amen.
Amen. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out here. I'll go back to screen share. Zoom out. Okay. So, nurture sequence is what we're talking about today, right? There's a shortcut. Okay, so you can do this different ways. And you can also blend a few of these, all right? It's a multimedia approach because we don't necessarily know. I mean, some people read every single freaking email that comes through. Some people don't. Some people look at their text messages, or they're in Facebook groups all the time. So start with one follow-up sequence and then kind of build onto that. Okay. Email is I think, foundational, especially if you're doing internet marketing, having a dialed in email sequence, but then adding a text message. And I've really been looking into ways to send a automated direct mail, right? There's some really cool tools. It's like click to mail. You can integrate it with CRMs to send automated direct mail messages, because there's very little competition in the physical inbox, right? So if you send like kind of a misshapen letter in the mail or something that's a little lumpy, you can get a high open rate, right? Or community. What does that mean? That could be like a Facebook group, or honestly, this FunnelFlow Mastermind is kind of a nurture sequence, right? Just inviting people to a live call where they can talk to other people, and you can stay top of mind. It can create a lot of opportunities for you, as it has for me. So what I wanted to show you is just an example of a little painkiller follow-up sequence I built for Scott this week. I'm going to stop my share while I sign in for a second. Okay, so Scott and I are working on a challenge. So if you remember when I came back from Funnel Hacking Live in October, I was all jazzed up about challenges. I still am jazzed up about challenges, and took a lot of time and resources to develop a template and kind of think through the process. So I'm actually setting Scott up with that right now. So we have the Define Your Purpose challenge. And what I would like to invite everyone to do is actually join this challenge, because this is going to be super awesome. And you can actually see my follow-up sequence in action. Funnel hack me. Okay. So everyone opt in right there. Scott, can you give the 30-second elevator pitch on why they should join this challenge and why it's relevant actually to our audience here?
So this isn't necessarily relationship focused, although everything I do has a hint of that. But this is directed at entrepreneurs, specifically entrepreneurs who are husbands with school-age kids. But any entrepreneur is going to benefit from this. If you're an entrepreneur and you spend some time clarifying your purpose, your mission, your vision. If you've never done that, that's essential. But it's a good practice to do once in a while. If it's been a while, maybe it's a time to review. So that's what we're going to do primarily. But then what I do, the specific flavor that I bring to, if you've got a purpose statement or you've done this kind of stuff before, is what I call an alignment operating system. So once you have that mission, vision, and purpose, and what causes stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights as an entrepreneur is when things are out of alignment with that purpose, with the core of who you are, with where you see the vision of your business and life. So the alignment operating system helps you like bring everything: life, relationship, vacation, business, physical health, all around that purpose. So that's what we're going to do in 1 week challenge, 3 sessions total.
That's awesome. I know personally, I developed my mission, vision, purpose, all that stuff a couple months ago, and it's given me a ton of clarity, and that clarity has really translated into productivity because I know what I need to be working on, and then I go do it, right? And then Scott's whole mastermind that he has, the Awaken Life Academy, is really it's really focused on accountability and tools to implement the clarity that you lay out. So it's super powerful. Now, kind of to deconstruct that a little bit, right? So Scott has a framework, right? He has a repeatable strategy to get results, right? And Russell Brunson talks a lot about that, right? So once you understand your framework and you can teach that to other people, you can now create offers and messaging around that to take people through that experience. Okay, so that's exactly what this challenge is. Okay, and that's also part of what we do in the mastermind is like, what is your framework? How do you get results repeatably? The MVM flywheel is how I help people get results repeatedly and predictably. Okay, so it's a proven system that I've implemented, others have implemented, and if you implement it, hopefully you get the same or better results, right? And so, sorry, that's an aside because like understanding your framework is crucial to actually building out the funnels, right? Because it's really, we're trying to replicate results for other people, generally speaking. Coach, consultant, service provider, we're trying to deliver a result to people, right? So actually understanding how that result is achieved is crucial, right? And then these challenges or these lead magnets, they kind of walk people through elements of that framework. Does that make sense? Chuck agrees. Okay. So commercials over. I'm just, my life has been transformed by Scott. So I want everyone who's willing and able to achieve some of the same results that I have from Scott. So anyway, when you opt in, here's the follow-up sequence. This is really what I'm showing you here. Okay. So I have three emails. Okay. Now I know you can do more, but Dan Kennedy, Magnetic Marketing, says you need a minimum of 3 follow-up. There you go. Right. You need a minimum of 3 follow-ups. And the reason, and they're sequenced in a certain way. And the reason you need 3, think about it. Who has ever owed money to a debt collector and they send a letter, right? And Tish hasn't. He has no money problems, right? But so when you're broke, you owe them money, they send you a letter, right? Usually the first letter is like, hey, you owe us money. Okay, pay us. Or we're going to break your legs. Okay. Second letter is, hey, did you get the first letter? You owe us money. Okay. Deadline's approaching. Otherwise, fees are going to start to increase. And the third letter is like final notice. We've sent you 2 letters. You deadbeat scum. Pay us now or you're going to die. Okay. That's generally how the sequencing goes. And Dan Kennedy had this epiphany as debt collectors were chasing him down in the early 70s. He's like, hey, if a 3-letter sequence can get money out of people who have none, what would a 3-letter sequence do to get money out of people who do have it and you're actually offering them something valuable, right? And that little switch transformed everything for him and all his clients.
That's genius.
So it's like,
yeah.
I mean, I've always understood the importance of follow-up emails, but when he put it like that, I'm like, wow,
What a
that's
backstory.
amazing.
So real.
And this could, and you can apply this in an offline sense. You get a lead. Like right now, I got like one of those email intros from, hey, you need to meet so-and-so. He can help you with your marketing, right? I sent an email, no response. Send a second email. Hey, did you see my first email? Really looking, and I changed the copy a little bit to kind of like a little bit of curiosity. And I'm about to send a third. Hey, I don't want to bug you anymore, but if you're struggling with this and you want to achieve this, let's just get on a discovery call. No obligation, right? You were referred to me for a reason. Like maybe you need help. If you don't, no worries. All right. So like anytime you have an opportunity, give it at least 3 goes to turn it into something, right? So let me just kind of show you these emails. So that's kind of how I modeled these emails. All right. So when you opt into the challenge is actually going to be officiated in the Facebook group, right? Here, before I do that, let me show you what happens on the thank you page. So you opt in, right? You are registered for the Define Your Purpose Statement Challenge. Watch the video for the first steps you need to take to start the next chapter of your purpose-focused life. And Scott has like this angry face. Maybe we need to change the thumbnail on that one, but
That's scary.
Purpose. That's a life purpose face.
No, he gives next steps, which is important, right? But then he also gives an opportunity to upgrade, all right? Because we're going to running ads to this, so we would like to get our ad money back with these VIP upgrades. So we created an offer. Now it's not, there's no obligation. They don't have to. They're still going to get the challenge, but if you want first class seating, I mean, there's a charge for that. Okay. So we made an offer stack. All right. Little 5 elements of value, upgrade to VIP access for 37. Okay. And then no, thanks. I don't want VIP. Just send me to the VIP. Just send me the Facebook group. So we gave them a downsell option too. All right. So if they click that, sorry, I got to fix that link. You're supposed to see that. All right. So, all right. So the automation, when they opt in, remember how I said you need like different elements of follow-up, right? That could also mean like you're restating what you already said on the thank you page. Like, hey, I already said this. Well, not everyone reads. Okay. So you got to like tell them a couple times. All right. So we just give next steps, join the Facebook group. Okay. And then here's a little bit of copy, like the finer things in life, upgrade to VIP, upgrade within 24 hours to secure access. I'm adding a little urgency. I'm adding a little scarcity. And I restate the offer stack, secure VIP access, cart closes in 24 hours, right? Trying to get them to move, right? Because if you don't do it now, you're probably not going to do it. All right. Then you go to the order page, right? Then you, boom, order bump. All of a sudden things are getting really expensive, but tons of value there if you take action on it. Okay. So that's email 1, basically saying, here's the next steps. Here's your upgrade offer. Now, I wouldn't really call this a painkiller offer, but it's really just giving people an opportunity to get, I would say, get a next level of commitment to this challenge. Because if somebody actually pays for people sign up for free stuff all the time. If you can get someone to bust out their wallet, you would think that they'd be a little bit more engaged with the process, right? Maybe show up to all the sessions, consume the content, etc., and maybe actually take action on Scott's offer at the end, right? So the idea is, hey, we have this free thing, all are welcome, but if we can get people to just take that next level of commitment, hopefully we can get a better result at the end for the client and also to cover our costs. So the second email. So get my SMART Goals mini course for free when you upgrade your challenge experience to VIP. If you're a high achiever like myself and you love accomplishment, SMART Goals are one of the best ways to achieve more in less time. All right? So actually, this is kind of a painkiller offer, right? I've created a special training that will help you identify and execute goals with less headache and hassle. Smart goals. Man, I typed this fast. They're game changers in terms of productivity and fulfillment. As a special bonus for upgrading the VIP access, link below, I'm giving you this course valued at $197 for absolutely free. So enjoy the benefits of VIP with extended Q&A, challenge recordings, and Zoom access, and get this $197 productivity turbocharging course for free. Okay, so it's the same offer. I'm just flipping what I'm leading with. See how that works? Because, smart goals is down here at the bottom. Maybe they didn't read it. Maybe they didn't see it. So I'm leading with that. Okay.
Good
Got a
move.
question for you.
Yeah.
So is this the first time in the whole process where they hear about the SMART goals? It's kind of like a little bonus upgrade, right? Is this the first time they hear about it?
Well, on the first email, it does
mention on the first email.
It's in the offer stack on the thank you page and the first email, but I'm highlighting it in the second email.
Okay, gotcha. That's interesting. My thought was, okay, so they, somebody who didn't notice it, which a good percentage of people are not going to notice everything in the offer stack at the first glance, right? Because I was thinking, I wonder, is this it's like a painkiller that you offer using your ER analogy? The patient's been in there for a while. They might still have pain. Like you gave them an initial treatment, but it's sort of like, hey, would you like a different drug, or would you like, would you like a little bit more, or, it's almost like you can sort of layer in painkillers throughout the sequence. That's just what occurred to me as you were presenting that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
We're just trying to push them over. Right. So maybe all they read was, oh, you get Zoom access. I'm like, well, I don't really care about Zoom Q&A. I'll just do the Facebook thing. But SMART goals, I've heard about those. I could use some help on that. Hey, what the heck? All right. So we're just that's the whole idea of the offer stack, trying to layer value. And we present it all at once, but sometimes the idea of these follow-up sequences, it's taking different elements and presenting them, kind of leading with them.
Oh, so you're kind of like taking another little angle.
It's just a different angle, right? I mean, I didn't want to write the same email over again and say, join VIP. You should really do it. Give them a reason why. And then final call. The only thing I didn't do in that second email was reference the first email, right? That would be the Dan Kennedy way. But this comes 3 hours after the opt-in. So, I mean,
that's
okay. And then the third and final email of this little sequence, last call, the define your purpose statement challenge VIP upgrade. I wanted to make sure you didn't miss my last two emails. So that's where I'm going, Dan Kennedy. I've created a VIP experience for discerning individuals who enjoy the finer things in life, exclusive access, and cool freebies. When you upgrade to VIP, you'll enjoy the challenge in the distraction-free environment of Zoom, get the challenge recordings, Q&A, and access to the bonus SMART Goals mini course. This is the last call, and I'm closing the cart. I only want the motivated and committed in VIP, so it's now or never. All right, and that's kind of like an us versus them. Like, are you motivated and committed, or are you not? Right. So trying to put a little bit of Catholic guilt in there. Like, I really, if you don't want it, it's on you. Okay. Upgrade and then get all this. So, and then cart closes in 2 hours. And I have a 24-hour timer on this where it will, it doesn't do anything at the moment, but it will redirect just to another page. Okay. So
not self-destruct.
It will self-destruct, right? It'll literally explode your computer. All right. So that's really the lesson today. And I'll stop my share here and then we can discuss it. And yeah, so Andreas, your thoughts here.
I just love how you're guiding them, right? I mean, you are Yoda, and you are taking them on a journey, and you know, I just it's so important, and the words and everything that you're using is so important, right? And it's just, I have a friend of mine that said, you can write your own ticket as long as you know good copy. And so that's awesome. I love it.
Cool.
I like how because when I was doing with Brandon, I did early on with Brandon, I did LinkedIn outreach, and I built this humongous email list off of LinkedIn, and basically that, like, we would send a 3 email sequence. You know, after it was like, at first we would do SMS outreach, and then I mean, not SMS, in LinkedIn messaging DM, and then after that we would, for like 3, and then we would take it off that and go and then send emails. But so it on the 3rd email, it was always like, it seemed like they didn't answer the first 2, but then they would always answer on the 3rd if they were gonna, and because we put, you know, just like you said, last call, you know, I put, this is the last offer, or this is the last time, you know, or just, I forgot exactly what was said, but it was like, this is our 3rd and final time. We were not going to, you know, email you again. And then so it seems like it would be always, I mean, it would go for like a couple weeks long, right? And then on that 3rd email, they're like responding. So that's a good technique there. Yep, that's that. I had something that popped into my mind about in the offer stack. One thing that my mind, just thinking about it as I'm building out my coaching program, someone had some suggested, okay, so basically in the bonus, like a really good idea to do, and maybe you might want to add this if you know, if you need to beef it up a bit. Okay, so whatever a person's offering, it's like somebody is, they're always, you know, finding the reason for why, you know, the payoff or the thing they want to achieve in the offering. And it's kind of like a really good kicker, you know, how we make that irresistible offer, that no brainer, that you're stupid if you don't take this offer, right? In the bonus, basically give them like, if you figure it out, give them like a free something of what they want to achieve, like ultimately give them like a free something that they get it like right now, something that kind of like mimics that, or, you know, almost like the idea of the bonus is better than what they're buying. You know what I mean? So almost, I don't know, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I was like, basically I was thinking like, what popped into my mind about for Scott, like, you know, the relationship coaching, it's almost like something like, I don't know, here, like a paid for, like a free date, you know, and like with expectations of you know, of scoring that night, you know what I mean? Type of thing, you know what I mean? Like, you know, something like that, something where they already get.
That's a big promise, Steve.
I know, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like something like that, something to that extent, you know. I mean, of course, in that case, it's like on them, but it's almost like with this intention, you know, mimic your first date or mimic your first, you know what I mean? Kind of thing, you know.
So what you're saying is make the bonus immediate, like immediate gratification.
Yes.
And almost better than the core offer.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. But you know, you're going to need the core offer because it's going to be the thing that you want to learn for sustainability. But you actually get that in the bonus. So it's like, oh, that's the thing that I'm actually trying to get ultimately. And there it is as a bonus. It's like, okay, I'll buy, you know, I thought that popped into my mind. I thought that was I'm going to use that for sure, you know. that
Yeah.
technique.
So is the SMART goals module, is that like, I mean, is that sexy enough, Scott? Do we need to revisit that? I mean, I don't know if it's like you're going to score tonight sexy, but
Well, I was wondering, do we emphasize that they get it right away on there?
I don't think that
Because
we-
there's two elements, right? It's got to be like high value, immediate. Yeah, that's the two things, right? So if we make sure that they know, like, you get it right now, like, what about on the very first one, like the $37 offer? Does that say it? And Steve, is that, so I guess that's the other part, is that sexy enough? Is that desirable enough? Or do we really need, because this isn't necessarily a relationship focused thing. So
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
I've actually got an exercise that will almost guarantee that you get some tonight. So if anybody wants that, let me know. I can get it to you. But I don't know if it's appropriate to put that into this offer stack or not.
Oh yeah. I think
So
that,
feedback.
I was referring to your other, your
Mhm,
other,
mhm.
this one is okay. So this one basically
Just-
it's almost like
what's all right, what's your you're going to get some tonight bonus?
Well, I've got the sexy conversation starters. I've got, a actual date night, go on a date tonight and here, follow these instructions and it will go well for you. So I've got actually two different that come to mind that are pretty good.
Conversation starters to jumpstart your sex life
Tonight.
tonight.
right now.
It's so funny. I'm glad you said that, because that's, and my wife and I use these conversation starters for our date nights, and so it helps us with those date nights, and those date nights go well. You know what happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
As the theme music kicks in.
Speaking of wife.
All right. So double bonus, sexy conversation starters. How many conversation starters?
Well, it's not necessarily a PG thing. So I'm a little conflicted on whether we should throw it in here or not. I usually save it for once I get to, first base with the client. I'm like, hey, here's something. We usually lead with, the R-rated stuff. So I don't know, mixed feelings about it, but feedback's appreciated. What do you guys think? You can put it in there.
I guess that's where testing comes in, right?
Sure. Yeah, we might have to split test this one.
Get instant access to unrated. Unrated?
Oh.
Endorsed by R. Kelly.
Oh Lord.
That's a different website.
Yes, good job, Chuck.
That's our call today, everyone. Thank you. All right. Get instant access to my infamous R-rated.
Okay, you know what? How about this one? Can you write out boom chicka boom boom? Sexy conversation starters instead of R-rated.
Instead of double bonus, it needs to be blatantly obvious sex sells bonus. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I was thinking about it. Get instant access to my infamous R-rated sexy conversation starters. A curated collection of spicy conversation topics, guaranteed
By Deuce Bigelow.
Oh,
Male
no,
gigolo.
not guaranteed.
Dude, Bigelow.
Deuce Bigelow, baby.
Say it's a
Well,
proven
your
method.
avatar is married
Married
entrepreneurs with
it's
kids, right?
Entrepreneur
If
husband.
married
Yep.
entrepreneurs with kids need anything, it's a little help in that regard. Okay, because they're busy.
All right.
Right. They need some intention together.
Booster.
Well, the split test will prove everything,
I
right?
don't think we split test.
Well,
I just say it. We're throwing it in there. I mean, kids aren't
all
signing
right.
up to this challenge, right? Unless they're very motivated. Get instant access to my infamous R-rated sexy conversation starters, a curated collection of spicy conversation topics. That will enhance your next evening date night.
So do I get the conversation starters for $37?
Yeah, you get all that.
Dude, I mean, just the conversation starters is worth $37.
Well, that was
Well,
that
that's
was the
what
goal here.
Steve said. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, you could.
See that works. So and shoot, I mean I see that working so good that could something like that could be on your higher, your higher offer, like
I'm already intrigued. I'm going to it right now.
I take one.
So you guys are saying that this actually is good.
100%. I mean, are we not your avatars? I am.
Yeah,
Mary.
you guys all are. You guys all are.
Come
for
on.
sure.
That's why the kid was like, you don't need to split test it. It's like,
I guess that's what the four. I was talking about this with Neil the other day. The 4 reasons, 4 hard offers why someone would bust out their wallet, right? So it's time, more something offer that gives you more time, more money, more time, more money, better health, or we call it relationships, but it's more sex, right? So there's 4. Your soft offer is actually what you actually give them, coaching or funnel building, but the hard offer is one of those things. That's you wrap your offer around that idea of more time, more money, more relation, more sex,
Cool.
or better health. Good job there.
We're just spicing this up. Double bonus. All right, so you got to put that in the your course today, Scott.
All right. No worries.
All right. Well,
Let us know when it's in there so I can go in and purchase it. So I can.
yeah,
I'm
I'll
waiting.
send
for
out
that.
an email.
It'll be in there today,
Nice.
no doubt.
Okay,
Fast.
so it is now time for takeaways while I plug away at this. Neil, you're uncharacteristically quiet today. What's your takeaway?
I can be quiet. It's a challenge, but I'm learning. Actually, I'm kind of in awe of what you guys are talking about. I'm so new at this. I'm experiencing it for the first time, so I'm kind of blown away. I don't know how to put into words what I've just learned.
Wow.
Because
so what's the biggest aha that you have? Like, what's like, oh my gosh, like, wow. If you have one, I don't know.
I don't know if I had one.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know one specific thing. This is, like I said, this is all brand new for me. And
as far as like the digital aspect and the funnels and using the technology, you mean? I mean, because you've been in marketing for forever. You've been
but this is I come from the analog side of things. So
right.
When you start incorporating multiple layers of responding, and it's all automatic, that's crazy.
Yep. Yeah. That's why it's the new media marketing. It's
right.
really fast paced. It's instantaneous, like you said, automated. And that's why you got to think it all the way through. You know, it's not like where it's like you do it and it's like, oh, let's try something else. Hey, let's try something else. It's not like that. It's like it's completely automated. An email will go out immediately as soon as someone clicks a button. So you can even time it. Does it go out in immediately? Does it go out in 5 minutes? Does it go out in 3 days? You know what I mean? And you can keep it going for 180 days, you know, longer, you know.
Right.
That's the beauty of all this. So good.
I appreciate all of your help in my education.
I need to get a winking emoji.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Neil. Emojipedia. This is like one of my go-to sites.
I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Boop. That little emoji is going to sell the whole thing. Double bonus. Wink, wink.
There you go.
All right. If you're a high achiever like myself and you love accomplishment, smart goals are one of the best ways to achieve more in less time. If you're a married entrepreneur with kids like myself, I know that the demands of life can make intimacy and date nights quickly fade away. My sexy conversation starters are a fun pattern interrupt to spice up your next intimate encounter. All right.
Well said.
This course and these resources. All right. Jason Vanderford, your takeaway.
Well, I would echo just about everything that Neil said, but I think I think for me, a lot of it is just like having to have the framework in place or have to know what your framework is set up before you even set up the funnel. So that's kind of powerful too.
Well said. Thank you. Andreas, Chuck, speak.
Didn't I speak already?
Did you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who needs to speak? I've been focused on writing copy. Sorry.
Because you're not paying attention. It's all good. We got you covered. I think that the biggest takeaway for me is the 3-step nurturing process. It's very simple, but it works.
Chuck, you're a man of few words, but when you speak, we listen. Thank you all. I'm going to stop my share here. It's been a pleasure. Next week, mark on your calendar, 8:30 to 10 Pacific. If you can jump in for a half hour the whole time, great. Next week, let's just kind of get reacquainted with where everyone's at, right? Where we're at with our stuff, and where we need to, let's make a punch list on what we need to do to get our lead magnets launched and to the next level. Okay. Maybe it's bolt on an email sequence and I can help you out with some templates. Let's just see where everyone's at and what we need to do to get to the next level. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Invite a friend. Talk to you soon.